Can say a body starts from rest or starts with a velocity of 0 meters per second. It then accelerates uniformly to a velocity of 20 meters per second, or it attains a velocity of 20 meters per second, or to a final velocity of 20 meters per second in a time of 3 seconds. So we are back on our example B. So in this case, we also have a graph given below, and we are also required to describe the motion of these graphs. Don't get scared. We are going to explain the motion briefly. Well, now you can see this time our motion is starting from a 5. Starting from a 5, so it means our initial velocity this time is 5 meters per second, so it is not a 0. But also still we are saying this is a velocity time graph. If it is a velocity time graph and you're having a straight line, it means the slope of this line is a constant, because the slope of a straight line or the gradient of a straight line is a constant. It doesn't change. And what is the slope of this line? That is the change in velocity over change in y-axis over the change in the x-axis, of which on the x-axis we are having the time. So, and we know that the change in velocity over change in time is the acceleration, which is not changing, which is a straight line. Now, after knowing that our initial velocity is a 5, our final velocity, in this case where the motion stops, is a 20, and our time interval is 3 meters. So in this case, when we are explaining the motion, we say this body starts from a velocity of 5 meters per second, or this body starts with a velocity of 5 meters per second. It then accelerates uniformly to attain a velocity of 20 meters per second in 3 seconds. Boom, and you're done explaining. So we have another example here, which is our third example, and in this case we are having two areas under a velocity time graph, so we can split the parts into 2 parts of motion. You can say this is part 1 and this is part 2 of motion. Now when you look closely at part 1, we are having a straight line. When you look at the nature of the graph you're having, this is a velocity time graph. Change with a velocity against time. So a straight line implies that this parameter on the y-axis, which is the velocity, is not changing. So at this part here, we are having a constant velocity or a uniform velocity. Constant velocity. So we know that whenever the velocity is constant, we are having 0 acceleration in that case. The velocity, which is the initial velocity, is 20, and even the final velocity up to this point is also 20. So the speed with which it starts with is 20. The velocity with which it ends with is a 20. So in that case, acceleration will equal to v minus u over t, which is 20 minus 20 over the time interval here, which gives you a 0. So when we are explaining the first part of motion, we will say a body moved with a constant velocity for 10 seconds, for the first 10 seconds. Or a body moves with a 0 acceleration for the first 10 seconds. Or a body starts with a velocity of 20 meters per second and maintains this velocity for 10 seconds. All those descriptions are correct. How about part 2? For part 2, it starts from rest at 20 meters per second. This is where it starts from. And then it decelerates uniformly. This is a uniform deceleration. Why? Because the slope is going to be a negative, and a negative implies a deceleration if it is a velocity time graph. So this is a negative deceleration up to a velocity. This is the final velocity, and when you extrapolate it, it starts from a 0. So how do we combine all that and we explain the motion of our graph? We will say a body starts with a velocity of 20 meters per second. It then maintains this velocity for 10 seconds. It accelerates uniformly from the velocity of 20 meters per second to rest in the next 6 seconds. Because from here to here, we are having an interval of 6 seconds. And there you go, you're done explaining the graph. So lastly, we are explaining this as our last example on describing the motion of the graphs. They will give you scenario questions. They will tell you to do the graph or to describe an already drawn graph. So in this case, we are already having an already drawn graph. If you can explain an already drawn graph, it means you can even draw the graph out of explaining. Now, you can see that for the first part, we also have the second part, and we also have the third part. For the first part, this thing starts from rest. It accelerates uniformly, and then it's brought to a velocity of 20 meters in a time of 5 seconds. So when you're explaining part 1 or describing part 1, you just have to put these ones into a paragraph, that it starts from rest, it accelerates uniformly to a velocity of 20 meters per second in the first 5 seconds. Let's explain part 2. It then maintains this velocity for the next 3 seconds. The initial velocity of this motion will be 20, the final will be 20 because it starts from 20 and stops at 20, meaning the acceleration will be 0 and the time will be 8 minus 5, which is 3 seconds. So here we say it then maintains this velocity of 20 meters per second for the next 3 seconds. Then from there, part 3, the time from here to here, that time is equal to 7 seconds. And the starting velocity is the 20, and it comes to rest, so the final velocity is a 0. So from here you can say it then decelerates uniformly. This is a deceleration, uniform. This is an acceleration, uniform. This is a constant velocity. So I will say it accelerates uniformly from 0 to 20 meters per second in the first 5 seconds. It then maintains this velocity for the next 3 seconds. It then decelerates uniformly from a velocity of 20 meters per second to rest in the next 7 seconds. And you're done explaining.